Hi and welcome, John Morris Show on a Monday. Glad you're with us from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue in Waco. Glad to be back with you on a Monday after I'm going to say a busy weekend from a Baylor perspective. Not that great a weekend results-wise, but a really fun weekend overall, and glad you're with us as we get things going in another week on this Monday morning. Appreciate Brandon and Garrett behind the scenes. Appreciate you being with us. And we appreciate Alliance Bank Central Texas, the Brazos Landing, our sponsors every show, every day. So thank you very much to them as well. Where do we start? So many things to cover from the weekend. And a little bit later, Jim Blair will join us, Baylor baseball assistant coach, wrap up their weekend, tough weekend in Tempe against 21st ranked Arizona State. Bears swept the 3-game series out there. Softball swept at home by 17th ranked Oklahoma State. But how about football? There was some football this weekend, certainly the NFL draft, but at McLean Stadium, the final spring practice for Coach Aranda and the Bears, the Fan Fest leading into the practice. Garrett, I know you were there. You and your family were there, and I thought it was just great. From your perspective, what did you think about Fan Fest?
I think that Baylor nailed it. I think it was a lot of fun. The activities that were going on there, being able to just cut the kids loose, whether it was the face painting, trying the uniforms on. My son loved being able to try the uniform on. Being able to hang out with the mascots and stuff. It was great. It was a great atmosphere. The food trucks were phenomenal. Great variety out there. Like the first thing he did was saw a snow cone truck.
Yeah, really.
And it was over. Like we had to go get a snow cone, and then we had to go and set up. But no, I think Baylor did a really excellent job. The Sloppy Joe band, the stage. I'm excited to see. Like this to me was like a sample of going into the season.
I think you're right.
And I think Doug has his emphasis on putting the fans first and the family atmosphere is something that was missing there. And they've got their finger on the pulse. And I'm really excited to see where this heads. Our family loved it. And I hope all the Baylor people truly loved it because y'all got a special thing going.
That's great. It's good to hear you say that because that was the goal. And I agree. I think there was so many, a variety of things going on. There was truly something for everyone. Trying on a football uniform and getting your picture taken, with the Spirit Squad and Bruiser and Marigold. That's a cool deal, for anybody, for kids of all ages. That's a cool deal. Then there was the barbecue cook-off that was going on. Charles Kelly is the winner of the barbecue cook-off. Our celebrity judges, a pretty, what's the right word? Their palate is very discerned.
Yes.
Very discerned palate, especially for Blake Blackmar, who's a real professional pitmaster. But Blake, former offensive lineman, was a judge. Chris Platt, former receiver, and Seth Russell, former Baylor quarterback. They were the 3 celebrity judges. And what they did is they had the competition. Those guys walked around, judged. They picked their top 3. Then they brought their top 3 up on stage and did one final test there. And when they came up on stage, that's where I was hanging out for the most part. I got to sample some of those also, and oh my gosh, it was so good. And any of the 3 finalists would have been a worthy winner. But Charles Kelly, former Midway football player and Baylor football player, he won the barbecue cook-off. So congratulations to him. We had a cornhole tournament. The 2 brothers. And I'm sorry, I don't remember their names. Boffman, maybe. They're from Snohomish, Washington, 2 brothers. They won the cornhole tournament, and their team name was Brad Livingston Fan Club. Isn't that great?
That's hilarious.
I know, isn't that great? So it was perfect, and they won the cornhole tournament. They came up on stage and got their plaques. And by the way, 2 football season tickets to the winners of the cornhole tournament and the winners of the barbecue cook-off. So that was cool. And then all the food trucks you mentioned, 15 different food trucks, and face painting and the inflatables. And I mean, when you say there's something for everyone, there really was. And the weather cooperated. It was not a sunny morning. It was overcast, but it was really nice. Spirit squads were there. So I think it was a home run all the way around. the Fan Fest on Saturday morning.
It was truly a home run. I'm excited to bring him back out there and have more opportunities to do this.
Good.
And I'm excited to see where they grow and take this, because I know it was just the start of this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, this was something that, me personally, I think Baylor's been missing for a while, and I'm glad they're starting to lean into it.
Yeah, and when Doug McNamee talks about fan first era, this is it. I mean, he really puts a priority on the fans and having a great experience. And I think this was sort of a sampler platter of what we'll see in the fall. The Sloppy Joe Band, Brian Brown, and all those guys, they were great up on stage. And we're gonna have live music, live concerts prior to every home football game this year. So just all those things, I think really an appetizer for what's to come in the fall. And well done by Doug McNamee, and well done by our fan enrichment area, headed up by Aaron Fordyce. He was on with us on Friday. That entire group, they did a terrific job. So thanks to all them for their hard work. The Fan Fest was just terrific on Saturday. Also, part of it, we had a sit down with a couple of Baylor players. So this was right before their final practice, but we got DJ Lagway and Jacob Redding out there on the stage and did a Q&A with them for about 15 minutes. And then the same thing with Doug McNamee for about 15 minutes. And everybody really seemed to appreciate that. I think there's a real keen interest in people wanting to see and hear from and learn more about DJ Lagway. Don't you think that?
Oh, without a doubt. He's a star.
Yeah.
That Baylor hasn't had in a while like this. Like they've had some good players, but I'm thinking like the star power to draw maybe since RG3. Like it's just different. He's just his command, and it goes back to I think the Gatorade National Player of the Year, all the accolades. You see him on TV and all the commercials. Like he's a superstar, and when you have that, it's great to have access. And I think that's something too, is like giving the Baylor fans more access to the players or hearing from people and things like that. That was another thing that I feel like they didn't do enough, and they're starting to do more. And when you let people actually learn and engage more with who the players are off the field, it makes you more willing to embrace them on the field. Yeah. And I think it's just more of a whole, like it's not just a player, you're a human, and you actually get to learn that. So I think this is good.
Very cool. Yep, I agree. And they did a great job, both those guys, Jacob and DJ, up on the stage. So, and then everybody was just lining up, waiting for the gates to open to come in and watch the practice. Everybody wanted to see the practice. Oh, they also had the youth combine. 300, I'm going to say future Bears were on the field, and that was fun to see. So they would, run the 40-yard dash, and they do a shuttle run, and they run through, some blocking pads, and it was really fun. Our players and coaches were down there running those drills. So that was a really cool aspect of the event on Saturday also. So all that to say, well done by Baylor Fan Enrichment and Baylor Athletics Marketing, and just a great job all the way around. There was also some football on a little different stage over the weekend. The NFL Draft wrapped up on Saturday. Baylor had two guys drafted. Both came in the 6th round. Jackie Marshall to the Tennessee Titans, and then Josh Cameron was drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So congratulations to both those guys. Now they know where they're headed, and tremendous accomplishment by both those guys to be drafted. 2 from Baylor, 38 from the Big 12, an all-time high for the Big 12 as far as draftees. 9 from Texas Tech, tied for the 4th most of any school in the country. So the Big 12 was very well represented also. These 2 from Baylor were drafted. We wish them the best. And there were some others that were signed to either mini camp invites or free agent contracts. Michael Trigg going to the Cowboys. Did they get a steal there? Did the Cowboys just kind of steal Michael Trigg?
I think they might have. I don't know how he didn't get drafted.
Yeah, I know. I was very surprised.
That's the one. But him paired up with Dak, yeah, they might have gotten they might have gotten themselves a steal.
I just know the talents of Michael Trigg. So we'll see how that plays out. Trigg was going to have a shot in the Cowboys camp. Sidney Fugar also to the Cowboys as a free agent signee. Sawyer Robertson to the Raiders. Cole Wilson to the Browns. Kobe Prentice to the Panthers, and Devin Bobby to the Tampa Bay Bucks. So those are the Baylor guys, 2 that were drafted, and those others that were given invites to come to camp or signed to free agent contracts over the weekend. So big weekend football-wise here in April. Plenty more to come. Let's take a break. Also from the weekend, how about a national championship, another one for Baylor acrobatics and tumbling. Talk about that, plus softball and baseball wrap from the weekend when we come back, and the Michael Johnson Invitational. Stay with us. John Morris Show on a Monday, brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank. Congratulations to Alliance Bank Central Texas, voted by Forbes 2025 Best in-State Banks. They value their relationships with their customers and their communities. 7 different locations around Central Texas. Count them, 7 different locations. My one that I hit the most is right there on Highway 84 coming in from home. And they are, besides that one, 6 other convenient locations around Central Texas. They're all on the web also at alliancebanktexas.com. That is Alliance Bank Central Texas. Take a break. Back with more John Morris Show on a Monday right after this.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And welcome back on a Monday morning, John Morris Show. We appreciate your being with us. We are brought to you every day of the week by the Brazos Landing. They are closed today. Busy 6-day stretch. Monday, Becky Lindsay says they deep clean the restaurant. Back open tomorrow for lunch and dinner. Open Tuesdays through Sundays. You know where they're located, where I-35 and the Brazos River meet. right across the interstate from McLean Stadium, right across the river from Foster Pavilion. Great location, great atmosphere, great hospitality at the Brazos Landing. Check it out. Let's see. How about acrobatics and tumbling? Baylor, the best program in the world. They are celebrating national championship number 11 in the row. Congratulations to Coach Felicia Mulkey and Baylor acrobatics and tumbling. They won the championship over the weekend. The championship match winning over Quinnipiac on Saturday evening. Then the individual competition followed on Sunday. But what a program. I mean, it's like you expect it. I mean, you really do expect it. But the text that I sent to Fee and the coaches was always appreciated, never taken for granted. You don't take it for granted. And that's part of their success is they work so hard every day to live up to that legacy that they have built. 11 straight NCATA national championships. It'll be NCAA this time next year. But congratulations to Coach Fee, named the Coach of the Year for Baylor as they win another national championship. For Coach Fee, that's 11 straight at Baylor, 4 at Oregon prior to that. That's 15 in a row. She's filling out both hands and 1 foot now with rings, championship rings, and counting. So congratulations again to Baylor Acrobatics and Tumbling. Track and Field hosted the Michael Johnson Invitational Friday and Saturday. Really, really good home meet for Baylor. 7 event titles. They finished it off winning the 4x400 meter relay team. Honored Jason Baldridge as the legend of the meet. Jason, a former 400-meter intermediate hurdler, passed away last year from leukemia. They named that event, his event, after him, and he was named as the legend. It was senior day, recognized 16 Baylor seniors on Saturday morning. And then the 1976 team, we talked to Maxie Parrish last week. 76 team had a 50-year reunion at the Michael Johnson Invitational. So really, really cool. Well done. That's a lot of work to run a home track meet, but well done there. And sound like really good results for Baylor. Mario Prince ran and won his first 110 hurdles outdoors. So his first time to run outdoors since winning a bronze medal in the 60 meters indoors back in the indoor season. So very good meet all the way around. Good results for Baylor coming out of the weekend. Talk baseball next segment with Jim Blair. Bears dropped 3 on the road in Tempe to Arizona State. More about that next segment. Baylor softball dropped 3 at home to 17th ranked Oklahoma State. That's where I was hanging out all weekend doing the softball games this weekend. Friday night was the killer. Friday, Baylor had a 2-0 lead. Peyton Tanner pitching very well. 2-0 lead going to the 7th inning. She had really just flummoxed the Oklahoma State hitters all night. She gets in a little trouble in the 7th. They take her out, and Oklahoma State says they just jumped on a new pitcher, somebody different than Peyton Tanner. Scored 4 runs in the 7th inning and won over Baylor 4-2. So Baylor was right there for getting a ranked win over Oklahoma State, winning the series opener, and they dropped it 4-2. Saturday was 9-1 Oklahoma State. Sunday was 8-1 Oklahoma State. And senior day on Sunday also. 3 Baylor seniors were recognized. Softball does a terrific job of recognizing the seniors. There is Casey West, who's been around for 5 years, was in the starting lineup as the designated player yesterday. 122nd game in which she has started for Baylor. So Casey West and her family, she's from Liberty, was honored. And there is Brooklyn Carter, the speedy center fielder for the Bears. She is so dynamic, so fun to watch. She was recognized as one of the seniors. And then Amber Toven was the third. Amber, the shortstop for the Bears. There, she is with her family. Recognized they do this part of senior day after the game. prior to the game, they had 2 dads and 1 mom throw first pitches to each of the 3 seniors. But well done by Baylor softball on senior day. Great crowds all weekend. Oklahoma State brought a ton of people. I mean, that program really well supported. I got to visit with Kenny Gajewski, their head coach, prior to the game yesterday. Really fun to visit with him. He didn't know me from Adam, but really fun to get to visit with him, get to know him a little better. He told a funny story that when we were talking, that he's got a daughter that plays softball. Imagine that. And she's on a traveling team that came to the Baylor softball camp last summer.
That is hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
That is funny.
So here's Kenny Gajewski, one of the top coaches in the country and in the Big 12, and he's sitting up in the stands, and his daughter's at a Baylor camp. He said, yeah, it was a little bit awkward.
Some inside scouting, too.
Isn't that funny? Right. And paying Baylor, Baylor to come to the camp. So that was a pretty good story from Kenny Gajewski. It was fun to visit with him. He's got an interesting background. He played baseball at Oklahoma. And as such, he was there with a guy named Tim Walton and Doug Bergeron, and then finishes his baseball career. And Tim Walton's the head coach at Florida softball. Says, you want to coach? And he said, yeah, sure. So he switches sports and goes to softball, and now he's having a terrific run. His 11th year at Oklahoma State. So
that's a little like Hoot, wasn't it?
Hoot did the same, very similar.
That's funny.
Yep, Hoot was a baseball guy, played at A&M, coached with Steve Smith for 20 years, and then worked in athletic facilities for a few years. And then when Mark Lumley passed away, Glenn Moore tapped Hoot and said, hey, we'd love to have you on our staff. And he's been a great addition. I mean, he's a perfect part of that staff, perfect addition to the staff. And I say addition, it's been several years now. But you're right. Hoot has that baseball background, now coaching softball. So softball, tough weekend. They will now close the regular season this weekend in Lubbock against Texas Tech. Tall task there, but they're in good position. They're in 6th place in the league standings. Top 8 make the Big 12 tournament, so they're in good position for that, to make the Big 12 tournament. And really, their RPI is still really good. It's 41. It was 41 going into yesterday's game. I'd have to check and see what it is now, but still in good position to, if they can get some big wins here, win or 2 over Texas Tech would be huge to help their NCAA resume. They may be in an NCAA regional at the end of the year also.
They're still at 41.
41. Okay, yep. Thank you for that. So that's the weekend. A couple of other things. Women's golf finished in the Big 12 Championship. They finished 7th. Men's golf beginning today at Prairie Dunes in Hutchinson, Kansas. So keep up with that on the web and on social media for Baylor Men's Golf. Baylor Men's and Women's Tennis find out today where they are headed for the NCAA tournaments. The NCAA selection show for tennis for the men is at 3 p.m. today. For the women, it's at 3:30 today. And I think both those watch parties, I think they are open to the public. For the men at 3 p.m. at the, where are they? The bank, the second floor of the bank, I think is where they settled on. I think that's right. I'll double check during the break, but second floor of the Beecham Athletic Nutrition Center for men's tennis watch party at 3, and then the women at the Hawkins Indoor Facility. I know that for sure today at 3 o'clock, or 3:30. So that's tennis heading into the postseason, into the NCAAs as well. All right, let's talk baseball. Jim Blair joins us after a break. Stay with us. Baylor baseball back from Tempe, Arizona. Talk all about that with one of Baylor baseball's all-time greats, now assistant coach James Blair. We'll have that when we come back. John Morris Show brought to you in part by Kish's Complete Car Care Center. They're at 5300 Franklin Avenue in Waco. They're open right now, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. for Kish's, voted #1 auto shop year after year. Go by. You'll see why. Look how clean the place is. You could eat off the floor, I think, in their back, in the back room, in the workroom back there. So really, really impressive. Call them now for your next repair. Kish's Complete Car Care Center. Take a break. Baylor baseball assistant Jim Blair. When we come back, John Morris Show on a Monday. Stay with us.
We're celebrating the declaration of deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports team.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And welcome back on a Monday morning. John Morris Show brought to you by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. Glad you're with us, and join us as we welcome in Baylor baseball assistant coach Jim Blair back with us this morning. How you doing? How was the travel? And thanks for your time this morning.
Morning, John. Travel's great. Weekend didn't go so well, but appreciate you asking about the travel. It was it was good. I mean, the weather out there is great. Obviously going to a different part of the country, and I have not competed in that ballpark, as I know a lot of our guys haven't. So new atmosphere, really cool college baseball atmosphere to go to. So that part of the trip was good, but we obviously struggled out there, and got to get ourselves back together this week and get ready for a big week for us here.
Absolutely. And wasn't it last year y'all had a heck of a time getting home from Arizona, maybe? Played Arizona and then had to bus up to
Yeah, we had to bus up there to fly back. Yeah, Arizona was a tough trip last year. It seems like we're good for one of those a year. It was Pittsburgh the year before, which really, really tough travel, but actually created a few really funny stories for our guys that they'll remember for the rest of their life. But at the moment, it was tough. So
part of it. Glad you're back safe. And it was a rough weekend. Arizona State's a really good team. They seem like pretty well-rounded team. Is that what you saw this weekend?
Yeah, they their collection of arms is in my opinion the most talented group that we've seen, especially in the league. I think in the league for sure this year, and they executed extremely well. It wasn't when you've got a left-hander on Friday night going out there throwing 98 to 100 miles an hour and he's executing his pitches, it makes it tougher. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but it does make it tougher. And so don't want to take anything away from them. Their ability level was certainly up there and from a pitching standpoint. And we didn't play our best on that side of it with the offense as well. And so those two things coupled together, you get the product you get at the end. But they're also built for that ballpark. Their offensive approach, the ball really flies out there. Credit to them on Friday night. I thought Davenport threw fine. I didn't think he backed away from them. There were a handful of solo home runs, and they just got to him. So that's kind of what it looked like from our standpoint.
Yeah, and y'all have been so good on Friday nights. That's so big when you can, whether you're home or away, if you can get a Friday night win in the series opener, that just really, really gets the weekend off to a great start. Tough that didn't happen this weekend.
Yeah. Davvy's been so good and in that spot, and we've played a lot of energy. And there's still a lot of energy in the ballpark. It was just one of those, they beat us. I didn't feel like on Friday we gave the game away. They just came out and they beat us. So. But yeah, getting that win on Friday night sets things up for you to, do things. You got a few more luxuries with your pitching staff to kind of handle situations and take opportunities to win series when they're in front of you if you win on Friday. But that wasn't the case this week, and we hope to get back this week and restart that trend for sure.
Yep. Saturday, tight game. I mean, y'all played them, toe to toe on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday was tough. If you would have told me that game was going to end 4-2 after what Friday looked like, I would have said you're crazy. We're going to have to score more runs. But, in the ball that night was flying as well. But, we had a few opportunities with the bases loaded to take advantage. I thought JJ had a big swing in that eighth inning. I thought that ball was going to carry for us, and it just came up a little bit short. And we competed, and Sunday obviously just I still thought up until the fifth inning we were going to win that game, and just had to find a way to hold them down for a little bit and get a few big hits, but we didn't get it done. So that's what it looked like.
Your guys compete, don't they? I mean, it's fun to watch how they never throw in the towel. They never, throw up a white flag. They always compete, and that's a good sign. That's fun to see.
Yeah. We do. I do think that's an area where we can improve or be more consistent,
okay.
And I think a little bit of that, not so much with you're seeing in college baseball today, like teams are older, they're bigger, they're stronger. Our older guys have been fairly consistent, all season, their level of competitiveness and quality at bats, Travis had one weekend where he was off a little bit, but got right back on the next week. Tyce is sitting on 16 homers, on pace to, possibly get 20 for the year. It's the younger guys, the freshmen. Janusek obviously has had a great season up until this point. He's well exceeded expectations, but he had a rough weekend, and so the younger guys, I think, learning that you have to show up every day, every pitch at this level. And if you don't, you got a chance to get beat and get beat good. So your level of competitiveness has to be there every day. And being competitive doesn't necessarily just mean, gripping the bat tight and showing everybody how mad you are when you go to the plate. Being competitive is adjusting. It's maybe getting uncomfortable to find a way to have success. Maybe it's, forcing yourself to be a little bit uncomfortable in the plate and like sit on curveballs and let the ball travel a little bit longer, which is hard to do when a guy's up there throwing 95 to 97 miles an hour. But that's competing. You've got to find competing is doing anything you have to do to find a way to be successful in that moment. And you're right. We are I would tell you 7 days ago, I'm thrilled with our guys. Mm-hmm. Especially the amount of youth we have in the lineup. And I still am, but I think that's the next step for us is understanding if we've got 54 games on the schedule, you better show for 54 games. Doesn't mean you're going to win all of them, but to give yourself the best opportunity to win, you've got to show and you've got to compete every pitch.
Is there a factor at all for these freshmen who are playing some key roles for you, like Brady Janusak, and not just him, but some others? This is a long season and probably longer than they have played, in high school. It is the term hit the wall. Sometimes you hear that. I'm not saying that's happened, but is that something you got to be aware of?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this time of the year, you start looking at things like, what's the intensity of our practice? How many swings are we actually taking in practice? Because you can wear down pretty quick, especially when the weather starts to heat up. So you have to be mindful of it as a coach. You're probably not going to change a whole lot, by having, we can have a 4-hour practice by NCAA rules, but to go out and do that twice a week when you're playing the other, 4 other days a week is probably not very smart. So you've got to be aware of that. You've got to pull back on some of that, but at the same time, it's a fine balance. You got to keep them tuned in and locked in and ready to go. The good thing about the players today that we deal with, I mean, those guys, I don't know how they do it in the summer and summer ball with high school travel baseball. They're traveling all over the country. We probably saw Janusek play, I don't know, 30 games 3 years ago. I don't know if I saw any games in Texas. I mean, It was in Atlanta and Florida and all of, North Carolina, different parts of the country. I think the biggest difference there is, though, you're not going to school. You're playing all those games in the summer and the heat, and they seem to be handling it fine. But now we're getting into the dog days of the college season, and, finals are coming up. They've got other responsibilities on their plate. So certainly as a coach, you've got to be mindful of all that and try to balance it out and keep them tuned in.
JJ Kennett, you mentioned his name earlier. Every time I turn the radio on, JJ was doing something good. It was either defensively or offensively. Threw out a guy yesterday. JJ Kennett, you talk about bringing it every game. It seems like he does.
Well, it's hard to when you say somebody's competitive, you're like, well, how do you quantify that? Like, what does it really look like? Well, watch him play. That's what being competitive every day looks like. He's probably hitting close to 280 right now, but his walk to strikeout ratio is 1-to-1. Obviously, the strikeouts on our offensive side is an area we need to improve. He's not doing that. He's in there. He's competitive, and it doesn't surprise me when he has a few big swings and big moments. Even though the weekend is going how it was, he gave us an opportunity to win on Saturday. So, but yeah, and the impressive thing with him too, and that is he's catching every game. That's a position where you certainly could take an at bat off here and there, and nobody probably noticed. But when he's on the competitive side of things and that consistent with his mentality, it really sticks out to me.
You'd have a fight on your hands, wouldn't you, if you tried to take him out and give him a break?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. There is no doubt. Yeah. So
how about this week, midweek coming up tomorrow night, and then Texas Tech comes in this weekend. Good opportunity with 4 home games this week.
Yeah, big week for us. We got to bounce back and hopefully force some things into our corner early on Tuesday. We've got to get to feeling good again pretty quick. I think if we can do that, we can bounce back and get ourselves together a little bit. But yeah, it's a great opportunity for us. It's the best thing about the game of baseball. Like until some scouts tell you you're not good enough anymore and this game's over for you, there's always going to be another game, and it's usually going to come pretty quick. So we've got to we have to learn from last week. And I think this team early in the season, some of the woes we had early in the season, I think they did learn from those opportunities, so you make the loss valuable and you make some adjustments in areas where you get exposed. But we've got to learn from this last week and move forward, and hopefully use that to improve ourselves as a club overall.
Gotcha. Final question. This may not be fair. Look ahead a little bit, but what's going on at Tech? I think they got swept this weekend by Oklahoma State. What's going on out there? Anything you can put your finger on?
Not really. We'll start today watching. Our complete focus was on Arizona State up until we got on the bus to go back home last night. you do scoreboard watch a little bit at this time of year, and looking at their numbers, it looks like they can hit. The numbers are good. Obviously, playing in Lubbock is conducive to that, but I'm not real sure what their club looks like overall. Be able to tell you a little bit more by Wednesday.
Sure. Yeah.
What I know about the league is it's a good league. If you show up and you play well, you've got an opportunity, and if you don't, anybody can beat anybody. So it's an interesting league this year. If we had won that second game against TCU and found a way to win that, let's say JJ's ball on Saturday against Arizona State finds the gap, going into Sunday, we think we're really, really good, but the difference in that is about 6 outs of baseball, and that's how tight things can be on the good side and on the bad. So, I know they scuffled a little bit this weekend. We scuffled a little bit this weekend. It's the game of baseball. There's going to be more to it when we get down into it and look at the film, and just, really at this point want to focus on our team and see what Tech presents, see if there's any areas we can take advantage of and how we have to, game plan to get ready for them, give ourselves the best opportunity to win.
And like I said, it's not a fair question on a Monday,
No, it's
but a great answer. Thanks.
No.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I'll see you out there tomorrow night.
All right, John. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Jim Blair, Baylor Baseball, one of Baylor Baseball's all-time greats. Here's the trivia answer. Who holds the all-time hitting streak for Baylor Baseball? Garrett? Jim Blair, 31 games, split over 2 seasons, ended one, I want to say it was 97, 98, ended the 97 season with hitting streak, started it the next year. So 31 games, the all-time Baylor Baseball hitting streak. That man right there. And what a great part of Coach Thompson's staff to have he and Zach Dillon there. Of course, Sean Snedeker and everybody with the staff. All right, thanks to Coach Blair for being on with us. Baylor Baseball home 4 times this week. Tomorrow night at home, and then this weekend it is Texas Tech in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Take a break. Back with more in just a moment. We'll look ahead. We'll share some birthdays with you. Oh, got a big birthday at the top of the list when we come back on this April the 27th. We got that and more when we come back. John Morris Show brought to you by Waco Foundation Repair, locally owned and operated. That is David Maddox. Waco Foundation Repair believes in one principle: one family helping another. They provide a full range of foundation repairs. They don't just do the job, they do it right. Go to the web, wacofoundationrepair.com. If you're out working, mowing, which I was this weekend, and you see maybe a crack or maybe a part of a corner of your foundation has broken loose and it concerns you, well, give them a call and they'll come out and give you a free estimate, and that'll ease your mind if nothing else. So that is Waco Foundation Repair on the web, wacofoundationrepair.com. Take a break. Back with more in just a moment. John Morris Show presented by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. We'll be right back.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And back with us, final segment, John Morris Show on a Monday. It's the 27th day of April. We like to do birthdays here in the final segment every day. And fun birthday date today. And at the top of my list, Truett Beard's 10th birthday today. There he is. Happy birthday to Truett. Gosh, what a great guy he is. He is our oldest grandson. And he's getting old. He's in double digits now at 10 years old. So fun party for Truett and his friends on Saturday. And then Sunday, we were at their house, Ty and Megan's house, Truett and Turner, and more of a family birthday yesterday. But love you, Truett. Happy birthday to you. And at school today, I asked him yesterday, do you get school off on your birthday? He said, he looked at me like, should I?
Oh, you planted a seed.
Right. He said, I don't think so. So he's there at South Bosque Elementary. And gosh, what a ray of sunshine. Truett Beard, really good basketball player, as you can imagine. Kind of grown up in the gym with Ty, and a really good baseball player also, and a good little athlete. So happy birthday to Truett Beard. He is top of my list today. It's Dave Barnett's birthday today. Dave is play-by-play voice for his alma mater, the University of North Texas. Jerry Hill's alma mater, the University of North Texas. Dave has done a ton of broadcasts through the years, was with Raycom way back doing Southwest Conference games, then with the Rangers for a few years, now at UNT. So happy birthday to Dave Barnett up in Denton today. So it's Kyle Atterbury's birthday. On our Friday check-in with Ty Atterbury, this is his brother Kyle. It's Kyle Atterbury's birthday today. Happy birthday to him. Brooklyn Bailey, good Baylor man. Happy birthday to Brooklyn. Who else do we have on the list? That might be it. Let me go back to yesterday. It was Jonathan Hill's birthday yesterday. Jonathan is Jerry Hill's son, one of Jerry's sons, Jonathan and Stephen. So happy birthday to Jonathan Hill, making his mark here in Waco at Baylor and beyond. So happy birthday a day late to Jonathan Hill. So those are the birthdays that I have. Garrett, anybody to add to the list?
Nobody, J-Mo. Thank you, though.
But big day, April 27th. Happy birthday to our grandson, our oldest grandson, Truett Beard. Very proud of him in every way. All right, as we mentioned, Baylor baseball is back in action tomorrow night. They're at home at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. Then a 3-game series at home against Tech this weekend. Remember, two Fridays ago, that TCU series, how big that crowd was on a Friday night. Hopeful of another big crowd as the weather gets nicer and nicer here as we're about to reach May. And a big weekend series ahead, Baylor and Texas Tech. Softball goes on the road to Texas Tech to close the regular season, and that is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series this week for the softball Bears in Lubbock against Texas Tech. Tech clinched the Big 12 championship with a 3-game sweep of Arizona State over the weekend. We'll find out today, men's and women's tennis, their NCAA destination. Not much decision about men's tennis. They'll host here in Waco. So we'll find out who else is coming, and there will be NCAA tennis in Waco coming up this weekend as well. Lots of things going on. Very fun time of year with the spring. And I'll end where we started. Thanks and great job and pat on the back to Baylor marketing, athletic marketing, and fan enrichment for a great job hosting the Fan Fest in the South Plaza at McLean Stadium on Saturday, leading into the spring finale for Baylor football, final practice. So just a great job, great event. Thanks to those of you that were there. Really a vision that came to life, with so many activities and so many folks there. The weather cooperated. So really, really fun day with the Fan Fest presented by McLean Children's on Saturday. All right, Lord willing, we're back with you tomorrow morning in the 9 a.m. hour Central Time, always available, archived on YouTube, on Facebook, on X. So check it out there if you're so inclined. Subscribe and follow. We would appreciate that. And we do appreciate our 2 title sponsors. That is Alliance Bank, Central Texas, and the Brazos Landing in Waco. Appreciate Garrett and Brandon behind the scenes, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m., John Morris Show from Waco. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decamplease.com.
My name is David Maddox, owner of Waco Foundation Repair. I've been in business right at 20 years, incorporated since 2003, and nonstop, very busy business to be in. We stay plenty busy with this good old Central Texas ground that constantly moves and does its thing. If you think you have foundation repair issues, call Waco Foundation Repair today.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years $3, 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.